Hello, everyone. Hello and hello. Did I say hello? I think I said hello. I am not unsupervised. That was a false alarm. All right, who's here? Let's see. Bob's here and not delayed with pretzels. Life seems late. World is ending. Doom and gloom. End of days. Everyone panic. Sherry's here. And yes, don't forget the pre-thumb. Hi, Kevin. Fancy seeing you here. What's up, everyone? Yes, Kevin beckoned me from afar.
Afar?
Afar.
What's he doing in afar?
Oh, it's where he goes all the time. What's up, everyone? How are you? What's going on? It's Monday. Monday, that's what. Yes, I heard you had the Mondayest of all Mondays. Yes,
He did?
that's what he told me.
Not again.
Well, that's what he told me when we were on the phone today. He had all the Mondays. Judgment of what? What are you going to judge? You are not going to judge a thing. A thing, I say. Just keep playing with your pretzels over there, Rob. So here we are. How many? How late were we? 15 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Rob accidentally set fire to his garden while killing weeds this morning. That was fun. You should see Jim's face. It was fun setting fire or killing your garden. I'm not quite sure which one you're having fun with. Monday touched Kevin in inappropriate areas. I'll show you using this doll. You have a Monday doll? I've never seen a Monday doll before. Sherry made a big batch of tortellini pasta salad today for Bill to take to work. To work potluck. Oh, okay. Potlucks are good. Just ask Kevin, he'll tell you.
Sounds like Kevin could have used some potluck and steak.
Yes, it looks like the devil. Don't talk to Kevin. He likes Mondays. I mean, Scott. Scott likes Mondays. So you and Scott can have it out about Mondays. He says it's the best day of the week.
Weird.
He's weird. I know better than that. Just saying. Yeah, like Mortal Kombat, right? Round one, fight! But Scott is not known for his intelligent decision making. Very true. Oh, man. Kevin, aren't you missing Jeopardy?
Baseball game.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
You mean-
Depends on what channel he watches Jeopardy on.
Yeah. Oh, 11 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I know you like to prepare for Jeopardy. Get your.
So you're gonna tell him what you did?
I don't want to jinx it.
They're going to get it. They're going to bring it down. They got it approved through the two managers.
So Kevin knows, obviously, because I had to let Kevin know. So we went to the. I've been looking for a new vehicle, and I've been talking to my good buddy Kevin, and let me tell you something. Jeeps are the most confusing vehicles on the face of the planet. And not only because of how they're made or what options they have, but the trim levels. Why does Jeep insist on having 62,000 different trim levels for their vehicles? So, I'm talking with Kevin about different Stellantis vehicles, and gave me some advice, and you just don't like to play the options game. We found a few. I was looking for gladiators, and apparently the state of New Jersey has a thing against gladiators, and customize living doodads out of everything, right? So apparently you can have all the sport trim models and sport S's that to your heart's content, at least in New Jersey. God forbid you want a Rubicon. God forbid you want a High Tide. God forbid you want a Mojave. Like, okay, just don't even think about it. So I was looking for the High Tide trim level, which is like, it has some decent bells and whistles in it. You know, Kevin told me what to stay away from, what to look for, what to option, blah, blah, blah. So we find a dealer, hi Scott, that has 4 of them. So I'm like, there's got to be a reason why they have 4 High Tides in stock, because nobody else either knows how to update their websites or take stuff off of their websites. But when you call up and you say, oh no, there's a deal pending on that, or oh no, we don't have that on the lot anymore. Well, how about you update your websites? Hi, Scott. Yes, it is. Absolutely, Rob. So we go down to this dealership, which is why I was late. And they have 4 High Tides sitting on the lot. None of these High Tide Gladiators have a towing package on them. None of them. They have the bar for the safety chains. They have the 7 and 4 pin connectors, but they do not have the hitch or the towing package. Hi, Diane. Eagle! So, I start working the salesman's brains. I said, is there anyone that has a High Tide with a towing package? So first he looks in the computer. And he says, nope, I don't see one. So then he walks up to his manager. His manager says, you have to go in and like click the options that you're looking for. And lo and behold, he finds one Gladiator High Tide in stock with exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. So, Kevin, you're going to like this part. Not only is it optioned with the heavy-duty towing package, but it also has LED headlights and fog lights on a high tide. So, yeah. I'll send you a picture of the window sticker he printed out for me. And it's an anvil color too. So, and Jim's like really excited about the color.
I'm not supposed to be excited about the color, I'm supposed to be excited, but they had the one they had outside the high tide was this like electric blue.
It was like a pow blue in your
It was
face.
like, oh my God, we'll never use that in the parking lot. And then they had one inside that was anvil. It was really nice. But
And
it's like steel colored, Sherry, yeah.
it's like a steel blue color. You might have to flip that, Kevin, because for some reason it didn't want to send it to you the right way. But yeah, I'll show you a picture of what it might look like. Mai Tais? What are you talking about a Mai Tai? We're talking about a Jeep. It's Eddie. So, and it's at a dealer which we're kind of like in the middle. There's the dealer that we went to, which was about a half an hour south. And then the dealer where this truck is at, which is about a half an hour north. So, 6 of one, half of the other. Route 46 Jeep. Little Falls. Hopefully they don't have AI pictures of this thing. That's what drives me nuts, are AI pictures. All you get when you look at dealership websites are AI pictures. Please start loading up on rubber ducks. Yeah, it's nicely loaded, right? And look at the price. Like, it's not even, it's like right in ballpark with the rest of them. And that's not including the bonus incentives yet. And the friends and family discount. So let's see if I can pull this up here. They are pre-Jeep ducks. Now I need new ducks. Okay, Kevin. So the dealership is going to swap one of their Jeeps for this Jeep. It'll be there tomorrow. Tomorrow or Wednesday. All these freaking pop-ups. Oh my God. Are you going to let me shop at all Jeeps? Here we go. So, Anvil is like a steely blue-gray color. Well, Diane, a couple different reasons. Number one, here it is. Number one, my truck's got almost 84,000 miles on it. And Colorado's are in high demand because all the new ones.
So, oh, did I say that?
They're having issues with. Hold on, it's Kevin. Hello. Is it really? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, thanks. But Kevin just told me that color is hard to get in the Gladiator.
Well, there you go.
He said you can get them in a Wrangler all day long, but the Gladiators are hard to get in there. Hey, Davey, long time no see. Are you getting a beefier vehicle because of the driving the camper through Kentucky and West Virginia? No, it's I was on the fence at first. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of explaining it. My truck's gonna have 84,000 miles on it soon. Um, and this time next year, I still have 1 year to pay off on it. So this time next year, it'll probably have close to 100,000 miles on it. And usually, according to all the Colorado forums and stuff I've been reading on Facebook, that's when they really start having issues. And also, with talking with Kevin, who used to work for GM, he says the same thing. Usually, after 100,000 miles, they start becoming money pits. So, and hey, I called Kevin, and Chevy's having issues with their trucks. Ford's having issues with their trucks. I really never go import, so I didn't even look at that. But Nissan's having issues themselves. Dodge is having issues. So he said, really, the only reliable vehicle that Stellantis has out right now is Jeep. He says the Gladiator doesn't have any kind of recalls on it. You never see them used on any lot. Nobody trades them in. They wind up keeping them. So, hey, Chief. So, I was kind of on the fence. And plus, for the up until November, Jeep has some awesome bonus cash and incentives going on. So, let's see what it looks like. Now, their price on here, let me see it's at the right VIN number. Can I read? 50178, 501, yes. On here, they're showing it for 51,895. The one that he printed out shows 53,895.
Well,
but they might have took off. Oh yeah, they took the cash off. All right, so here's what it looks like. No Gypsy, no blah blah, no Jeep. It's not big enough to tow the trailer. A Ranger's not even a truck anymore. I'm gonna start looking at lift kits, rock lights. Wait till you see it, Rob. Did you see the pictures? It doesn't need all that. It's already got it. Share. Screen. So I'll show you all what Anvil looks like. Yeah, and no, it pulls the camper too. We did that whole 2-week trip with my Colorado Davy. All right, so here is Anvil. Let me see if I can. Oh my god, this freaking cookies thing drives me insane. Pictures, picture pages. All I'm on are picture pages. And even though the standard Gladiator can tow 7,700 pounds, you gotta have the towing package. So, and of course they're going to show you AI pictures because nobody shows real pictures anymore.
Well, I think that first one on the left is an actual.
I don't know. This,
And it doesn't have the Firestone tires on it, except the other ones. It's got the.
yeah, it's got the bigger tires on it. According to this, it's got. That's how I know it's not the right picture because it's got the wrong tires on it. Chicka. Tire size. Hello, how are you? 255, 75, 17, which are also 32-inch mud terrain tires. I know, Eddie. I sat in it. And Dave, you saw some of our trip. Yes, we were towing with the Colorado on that trip. So that's the color that it's going to be, and yeah, that's called anvil. It's like a steel gray blue color. It's a 4-door. It's got real seats. It's got storage under the seats. It's got storage behind the seats.
You can fold the backs of the seats down and make a platform, which I really like.
Yeah.
Because when we go back and forth to places, back and forth from up here, we put like, our bags and groceries and whatever in the back seat.
As long as if it's the right the right deal. It's got the body colored top on it, not black. That's another reason why I know this is not the right picture. The fender flares are body color. Mission control.
The one thing that I saw that we're going to have to figure out is enough. We have a device that we can plug multiple 12-volt outlets into, and we got to see like where that's going to fit, because the space is not as big. So
Yeah.
that's. I mean, we got the whole winter to screw around with this, because she has one more gig,
And then
we're
that's
going to
it.
take all the stuff out of the truck this weekend, and which works out. And then I'm going to take I have to take the weed loops out. She has to get them to put a hard tonneau cover on it.
Yeah, right, Jeff. The it's got to be the right. The payment I have to be able to afford, obviously.
Oh, you can put the Windows sticker up on the screen instead of trying to show that. Windows Windows.
Oh, that's what I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm looking at the Windows sticker and I'm going, wait a minute, that's not it. Hold on. Let me share the Windows sticker.
Yes, we saw that dash top accessory rail on a
video last night.
Where
it's got the knobby thing for the back of the GPS.
Apparently it's got. So we'll have to see how we work it out. We'll just bring the head units back and see how that works.
So that's the Windows sticker there. Anvil outside. Black
stupid stop start.
The what?
The engine's got that stop start. You come to a traffic light and the engine shuts off.
No, it doesn't.
Engine 3.6 V6 24 valve VVT engine with stop start. Hi, Linda.
Okay, it's.
I mean, you can turn it off.
Yeah.
And I think
hey, Linda.
There's a video on how to turn it off, like permanent.
Jeff had a Jeep and I don't miss it at all. I still love them. You just don't want to give them any more money. So, blah, 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 blah. It's got black leather interior with, I think it's a red stitching. It starts out might have a some kind of disable on it.
Look at this egg.
Yeah, that's the color that they had in the showroom, that mojito color.
Yeah, on the
Rubicon.
On the
The
Rubicon.
The Wrangler, yeah. Let's see. Standard stuff, backup camera, uh, part-time four-wheel drive with a real stick as opposed to a knob. 17-inch wheels. It's got skid plates on the fuel tank, transmission, transfer case. It's got all the camper stuff, the trailer package, the toolkit for the doors. Who that is?
That's
Jeepers Creepers, what's going on?
oh, it's Jim.
Oh, hey, Jim. I can't see the name through the window sticker. Does that say 53,000? That's really went down this year. Well, that's 53,000 MSRP. That's not out the door. I think you need to turn it off every time you restart, unless you modify it.
Yes, there's a way. Somebody's got a way to disconnect it. I don't know how it is, but she's just going to have to push the button to turn it off when she starts. That's all.
Blah, 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 blah. 12.3-inch touchscreen, off-road info packages, high tide, tailgate hood decals. Power seats on both sides. It has a Willys suspension on it. 32-inch tires. Leather wrapped steering wheel. 3-piece hardtop removable roof. Body color fender flares. Leather console. Parking brake handle. Shift knob. Power heated mirrors. Automatic LED headlights. Just let it do its thing. You'll get used to it. Lights are also go out when it shuts off. I said Willys. I did say Willys.
Mm-hmm.
Towing and off-road. What else do you need? That's right. Let's see. Class 4 receiver hitch with trailer package. And Corning Gorilla Glass windshield, which Kevin also said to look out for. Which takes a beating better than a regular windshield. Climate control. Heated front seats, heated steering wheel, remote start. Thank God. I missed my remote start. Garage door opener, LED taillights, rear park assist, blind spot, and cross path detection. Automatic high beam headlamp, all-weather mats, side steps, and spray-in bed lamp. So really the only thing I have to get for this is a hardcover, and I'll be good to go. Well, a Subaru would cost you a whole lot more, like $30,000 for it. But can it fit through a covered bridge?
I think it's actually a little narrower than the truck.
It's narrower, probably narrower than my truck, yeah.
Yeah, but there's plenty of room in there. I mean, we both, they had on the lot, they had, one they took outside, started it, played with all that. It's got a huge touchscreen.
Yeah. Here's the color, Jim. I'll show you the color.
Those colors important.
It's called Anvil.
And if you look really close on it, it says Acme.
Acme. That is called Anvil. Balloon tires and a giant would be aerial with an orange flag. What is he talking about? White roof?
Yeah, it doesn't have a white roof.
No, I actually took pictures of the one that they had in the showroom that looks identical to it, but it just didn't have the tow package. Fuck. Here. Yep, you can't see that because I have this window open. Stop sharing. There you go. No cannoli holder. That's what it looks like. It may have different brand tires on it. Sometimes they come with Bridgestones. Sometimes they come with Falcons. Sometimes they come with Michelin. Firestone, I'm sorry. That's what it looks like. That's the one that we went to go look at that didn't have the tow package on it. Now I can see one with a Novo behind it. Yeah, Diane. Linda, it's just, I don't think it's going to work out that way, unfortunately. But money doesn't go to the bank, might actually go to get it fixed, so. We didn't drive the one that was there because it wasn't the one that I wanted, so there was no sense in taking it out. That's the front. Next is trips for that one day a year you drive on simple and stable list. Right, Jim? That's what I'm saying. I've never had a Jeep before. I've always kind of like secretly wanted one, but
Well, for the longest time, you had to chain them down in front of your house but they would steal them. Now it seems like they figured that out.
come on, camera. That's kind of like what the inside looks like. This is the inside, what the inside of the roof looks like. Looking up at the ceiling where you take the tops off. The speakers are in the roll bar. They drive more like a Jeep than a car or a truck. I would have drove so many cars that I knew. Each sold with a free club. Yeah. And then this is under the seats in the back. It's got storage under the seats. This was the driver's side. Pretty nice cubby size. And then this is with the back seats down. It's got a little net thing there. And the seats fold flat in the back. And then this is looking towards the front. So we'll see. Hopefully everything works out. Wow, just can't have a serious conversation.
What's that?
I'm just ranting. So you're gonna unhitch and drive around campgrounds at 5 each day with DJ lights on, blaring Halloween music.
No, but we were watching a video last night from what is that guy that does all the Jeep stuff in Pennsylvania?
Dirt. something cred. It's called.
Dirt something. Yeah, he found this accessory that like adheres like to the windshield or the back window, whatever, and you can put all kinds of crazy
Like eyes on
eyes
it
and
or-
stuff. Like he brought his little kid in, and he had these eyes on the
It looked
dashboard.
like
Cars.
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Keeping my fingers crossed. I didn't want to really say nothing about it because it's nowhere near a done deal yet. So I could go rock climbing in Mohawk. It's got, you know, like I said, it's got the Willys suspension on it.
I don't know if that comes with it. It doesn't have lockering. I don't think.
No, the Rubicon's
The
got the locker
Rubicon's got the locker.
or the Mojave. Yeah, the truck with the eyes. Yeah. The Jeep aftermarket is insane. Yeah, I didn't see anything. You know, he printed this, and the print is like the size of a pencil dot. Heavy duty Dana 44 front and rear axles, 373 axle ratio, skid plates. It doesn't say anything about lockers or it's the electronic stabilizer bar disconnect.
Oh, it has that?
I don't know.
I don't think it does. I think that was only on the Rubicon. It doesn't make any difference. You're not going to be climbing rocks.
Why not? Why can't we climb rocks?
You're not climbing rocks.
Why not?
No.
You have something against climbing rocks?
Yes.
What?
Go ahead. You watch Matt and all these it's a Rubicon, right? The wheelbase is too.
The wheelbase is too long on a Gladiator anyway.
So I'm just saying, you don't want to be rock rolling on one of those. You're not rock. You can go drive around in the sand dunes.
Thank you. They figured if you squinted to read such small print, then you're a serious buyer. Well, it was just a lot easier to read it off of where they're doing the swap from than than trying to read it off of this stupid thing. 8-speed automatic transmission, 6-cylinder. And it's not optioned like a typical high tide. If you look at any other high tide, you're gonna have halogen headlights, halogen tail lights, no tow package. It's like optioned very weirdly. And not only that, but it's a 1-year trim model. Next year, according to peering over the salesman's computer, the only trim models they're going to have for 2026 are the Rubicon, the Mojave, and the Sport. Just 3. 2025, they had like 62,000 trim models. I don't get it. Flipping a $60,000 Jeep wouldn't be a good reason not to rock climb. Well, we went to the dealer tonight, Holla, to look at it. They had 4 of them in stock, and it wound up that the 4 that they had were not equipped with a towing package. They had the wiring. It had the mount for the plate for the safety chains. Didn't have the hitch. Didn't have the heavy duty cooling or nothing like that for the radiator or the transmission. So be half-assed. Doesn't make sense to me, but. So they found this one up north that they're going to do a swap with. Well, never died off-roading. And I did that in a Mitsubishi Delica. I would be fine going off-road. Just roll over the flat rocks. It's not a rollover. It's a tactical suspension rest. Get a factory tow package. Put your mind at ease. Everything is right. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to sit there adding parts to a truck that isn't set up to be, towable. So that's why I had him look to see if there were any high tides with a towing package, and he found one in the entire state. So Mitsubishis are fun cars to say their name. Yeah, that's absolutely factory tow package. The weird thing is the way that the ones that we looked at were set up, you can still tow 7,700 pounds, but nothing like, that you're going to do any hills with, obviously. It kind of didn't make sense to me. We almost looked at a 4-door Wrangler and then realized that their towing capacity was only 5,000 pounds. So that wasn't going to work. Hala added a hitch to mine because he was required to have a hitch or rear tow hooks to go on the Jeep Jamborees. Well, they come standard with tow hooks.
On the front anyway.
Yeah, this has them on the back.
On the back too?
Yes, Jim, before you say it, I'm going to be that annoying, encouraging voice in somebody's ear. 7,700 pounds, Jim. Same as that Porsche can tow 7,700 pounds? Are you serious? That's crazy.
High performance.
Well, he's got that air lifts, the
I know.
electronic lift suspension in that thing. That's insane.
He's not anywhere near 7,700 pounds on that.
No. So, I mean, my Colorado only tows 7,000 pounds.
And we don't get close to that.
No.
Probably 6,500, 6,600.
We'll hook it to your F-250 and we can try it. No, that's okay. It's only a 6-cylinder. I really can't believe you're going to get rid of the pickup. You just installed new wipers. The Wrangler isn't built to tow, it's built to forge paths for others to tow stuff through. I want another Jeep now. Off to Auto Trader I go. So, yeah. Like I said, I was kind of on the fence about, there were so many more pros and cons about getting a different vehicle as opposed to waiting another year. And there wasn't any manufacturer left that I could go to that I could trust not having an issue. The Gladiators don't have any recalls. You never see them on a used car lot. Hell, you can't even find them on a new car lot. So we'll see. Oh, trust me, Rob, if I could. And Jim looked at the back of the 4-door Wrangler and he says, Maybe you can get your speakers in there.
It would have been tight, man.
It would
I
have been.
looked at it and I went, no.
Everything else would have had to go in the back seat. So
Well, I think I would have gotten the speakers and the board in with ones,
right.
but I would have been able to put the other stuff in.
All the gladiators are in this closet. They're somewhere, but they ain't here. Like I said, it kind of like, it's stupid. You look on, like, when I first started looking, and you type in, Jeep dealers near me, and comes up with this whole huge list of places. And you go on their website, they have no gladiators, or they have all sports, which is like the base trim level, which is the one that Kevin said to stay away from, or the ones that they do show, they're not there anymore, so they never updated their website. It's like, come on, guys, like, get your crap together. The roof is for your extra stuff or in the trailer. They're becoming cult. I think they've been cult cars for a long time, Hollow. The only three colors that I was absolutely refusing to get was black, white, and 41. I didn't want the olive green pukey color. Carvana has a vending machine in Fort Wayne. There you go. Go buy a Jeep, Jeff. I definitely was not getting a 41. So it was down to like Anvil, that bright blue color that they have. Um, what else did they have? Some color Mojito, which is like a lime green, like fluorescent bright green color. No magenta, Jim. No, I was very upset. They could have got magenta. No magenta. It would have been perfect, right? I was hoping that Kevin was going to be able to. I asked him a couple of months before M25 to see if he could get one to bring to the meetup. So at least I'd be able to like sit in it and drive it around. And he couldn't get his hands on one. I hope not. We don't want kale color either. They are, Diane. I had one years ago and I swore never again. Never again. But this anvil is kind of grows on you. But this other one was like a really bright blue. And I was like, that's pretty. Jim's like, that is loud. He goes, that blue, like you could see from like anywhere. I said, isn't that the point? Jim's next vehicle will be mud. Never need washing. There you go. Trying to find it. And the other thing that peeves me off is the fact that they couldn't like stop being lazy, go outside, take pictures of the damn truck, because nobody wants to see AI pictures. Because the way that they're optioned in the AI pictures are never correct. So now I gotta find a real one that looks like the one that we looked at. Hollow finds the opposite. The white hides the dirt unless part of it is clean. Black is horrible to keep clean. Yeah, white was just like, ugh. They had one, there was two of them closer to us that a dealer had They were courtesy cars. They were 2023 Gladiators with like 5,000 miles on them, but they were base models and they had the convertible top on them instead of the hard top. Yes, Sherry, I did. Jim didn't originally want white, but it's been way better than I thought. Then you're lucky then, because I couldn't keep that. Oh, it's just the firecracker red is really bright too, but I didn't want firecracker red. So it does have some upgrades on it, LED headlights, which you usually don't find on a high tide. They're usually halogen. We can still be friends. Jeff's Jeep was white with an army camo top and interior. Wraps are expensive. Holy moly. Wraps are really expensive. Black truck bed liner floor, so I could just spray it out. Yeah. Well, this has got the bed liner in it also. It just doesn't have a tonneau cover, which I'm going to have to buy. And it'll be a 3-fold instead of a 4-fold. Because it's a 5-foot bed instead of a 6-foot bed.
Okay.
Well, you always complain about that fourth.
Yeah. I'll just complain about the other one. It's going to weigh the same. We'll see.
Hey, SK. Jim ate a app the other day under $5. You got a deal. So we'll see. You have to get it at the dealer first. You have to swap it out with another one that they have there. AK?
SK.
They're
Did you buy? Well, they're bringing it down.
bringing it down from the other dealer. Because the ones that we looked at didn't have a tow package on it, so they have to swap it out with another one. I told Jim we could take the doors off. We could take all three tops off and the doors off and fold the windshield down. Burritos. So we'll see. Keep your fingers and toes and eyelashes and hair and whatever other body parts you can cross. Summer mode, right? Yes. Jim is so anti everything.
You don't have to take the doors off and the roof out.
You don't even know how much.
You had to take the roof, and you know how I am. You saw what he had to do the other night to put that door back on, and it says how it's going to like scrape the hell out of
The tops are made out of the inside. When I knocked on it, it sounded like fiberglass.
It probably is.
Sure, take it all off before rolling over the floor. Just like the bathroom door, you can remove them. There you go. At least the tops are going to come off.
I just don't know where you store it.
They come with a bag.
And then what do you do with the bags?
That's for later to figure out. You put them in the back seat, the back on the floor.
Taking the T-tops out with these,
Yes.
taking the doors off. I watched the guy putting them back on the other night.
Remember the guy that was before staying in the cabin across from us?
Yeah.
With the Jeep, he was messing around with the doors. It gets hurt to get hit in the face cruising down the road by a bug. You drag the doors back. Why would you want to do that? Drag
Give you
your
room
bike.
for your bicycle. The gym has a power move.
Yes. Just swap them for frame doors and canvas panels. Perfect. Perfect. The ailing gentleman with the finish. Wow.
Oh, he's right. She had to help me open the last thing on the truck the other night. I don't know whether I slept funny, but I like both of my shoulders were like boom.
My truck now has a 4-fold tonneau cover on it.
Yeah.
And once you get past like 3, it gets really difficult.
Yeah.
They're really heavy. Sun is brutal on an unadded head without the roof. If you can keep the hat on. Sherry's yelling at Rob. So hopefully between the bonus cash and Kevin's friends and family discount, it'll bring it down low enough where it's affordable. It's called Anvil. It's like a steel gray blue color. I'll show you a picture. This is not the truck, okay? This was the truck that they had at the dealer that we couldn't get, but they found another one just like it. So it's the same color, just has different options on it. Legal Michigan place?
No, she's actually going to have to register it. But she'll keep her sure to police.
Is it in the same weight class?
Yeah.
Jeff said I should get it wrapped like a Dunkin' Donuts wrap. If they say no, tell them I said yes. Right? Yeah, it's and Kevin, when Kevin called me just before, he said that well, I didn't get it yet, Eddie, so I'm not going knee high yet. We'll see. I have an entire bag of Jeeps. An entire bag of ducks that Rob gave me last year. 7,700 pounds, SK. This Christmas, Rob will set up an Amazon gift lift full of ducks to. No, I don't need more ducks.
But we found out you do have to wave to everybody that has a Jeep.
Is that like a federal law? Like
Yeah, it's like a kind of
moving it out.
Velcro the ducks for when you're doorless and topless. Listen, we're not Velcroing the ducks when she's topless, okay?
I'm not putting the ducks on my topless. Oh wait, never mind.
Yes, you have to learn the Jeep way.
That actually sits taller than my truck does. I really had to step up on that thing to get into it. If Sonia needs more ducks, put a 1 in the chat. Cheap clovers. What's the storage for campfire cardboard? Transportation purposes.
SK, you can actually purchase these things that you can put on the dashboard. They stick on there, and they have a thing that sticks out, and
It's like a peg. You just set
like
them
a
on
peg,
the
and you
peg.
stick it through a little squeaky hole, and you can line them all up on your dash, and they all go.
Yes, the inflatable waving tube guy. There we go. You just set that up in the middle and take the tops off, and you can go.
No.
Yes.
Is that sheep? Is that on the list? There's a bed line on it.
It does have a bed liner, right? Like I said, the only thing we need is a tonneau cover.
I'm only going on what I saw on the video, Rob, you pervert.
Yes, indeed. That's that. That's all I have to report. Pogo stick? No.
Oh, you mean that funny jack for the bumper? Is that what you're talking about, Jim?
The farm jack? Jim told Sonya to keep the fun level down. Right? Is the Jeep Clubber the same as a swinger? No, it doesn't come with a high lift jack. It comes with a regular jack. Full size spare. No squeaking Vermont style. The only thing I have to look up is what the Willys suspension actually has, besides the heavy duty axles. This transaction does, in fact, happen. Will there be an updated mandatory crossing and front stance? Yes, absolutely. Kung Fu squeak hole in fail. Do Jeep clusters belong to the Mile High Club? The camera dance is mandatory to begin with. Some people just refuse to do it. If they drive to Denver. Jim, you're typing like me. Then we can buy all the Jeep things. No, not really. Who's Bo, right? I think I covered everything with that. Bo diggity. I do believe. Yeah, that's about it. So now it's just sit and wait. Sit and wait. He's already got the information from the Colorado. I already gave him the payoff amount on the Colorado. Yep, just sit and wait. Holland's thinking of a new one, either Roadrunner or coyote-related dance moves. How do you dance like a coyote? Jim's rotten typing is good enough for a number 3 purple crown. Tick, 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 tock. Yes. In fact, he called us because they were originally going to wait until tomorrow to make the phone call to do the swap. And we were, I don't know, 15 minutes on the road, and the guy called me and he said that they managed to get it scheduled. The swap was approved, so
Yeah, it doesn't look like we'll be able to pick it up until next week because I have an obligation on Wednesday.
championship level rotten type.
And we'll still have the DJ stuff in the back of the Colorado until Sunday.
Right. This weekend is my last gig for the season.
So
I mean, I lose a foot off of the bed.
but it's not going to make any difference, really. I mean,
No, I kind of eyed it up, and
we may have to do something else with like our toolbox. That's the only thing that do something different with that. But everything else should.
and that's only in there 6 months out of the year anyway. Well, it's not even so much junk, Rob. It's just, the stuff that's in the bed right now is my equipment, a broom, just, sweep the bed out, my toolbox, the crate for the spare propane tank, a milk crate, and then that's about it. And the cargo bar that holds my equipment from sliding around. You lose a foot off the bed to gain the name. I don't know. Everybody that I spoke to so far, the good thing about it is that I owe less than the going trade-in value for my truck is. So I'll go into it with equity as opposed to being upside down. Since Colorado's or pickup trucks in general are in such high demand. My dealer that I have now was offering me $16K for the Colorado to buy it back. Believe it or not, with 83,000 miles on it. As long as I'm either at or below my monthly payment, I'll be happy. Rear cage and double the bed storage, plus you get to look all tactical. Off the bed, not in. Everything stays in. I really thought a foot was going to make a difference, but it really doesn't. And that's all I have to say about that. What's new with everybody else? I was gonna wait and surprise everybody with like a video, but Jim made me talk.
I made you do it.
Mm-hmm. He did. Now, when we go shopping for front and rear winches, I need to check my diary. You can only put winches on the steel bumper. Some of them come with the plastic bumper. You all lived through my experiences. Winch, a tow winch, winch. SK doesn't know what a winch is. A winch that you use to pull yourself out of precarious situations.
Which we're not going to get into.
There's a dealership in our area that wrote Bill 2 letters wanting to buy his truck from him. He just bought it in January. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're offering either above, what's the word I'm looking for?
Above book value.
Above book value or more than what your payoff is what I should say, is how they put it. A rhino cage. You need to buy one sitting on both sides of the border. That would be a video. A winch for winching winches out of the precarious situations. Yes. A winch. It's a winch. Yeah, I was just gonna surprise everybody with a video, those videos that they do for the new model years that they don't want you to see exactly what it is. It's kind of like a glance of the grill or a side panel or something, but no, can't do that, man. SK just got on board with truck balls. Cut me some slack. I heard winches love winches. Dress up like a winch for Halloween. SK, it is far too early to be saying balls. You have to wait after a certain the winch that stole Christmas, yes. You're only allowed to say balls after a certain time? Is that what you're saying? Like, when is it legit official ball saying time? Balls don't mix. My Jeep has an anvil. Yours only has balls. Legitimate ball saying time. Someone make that into a song. Well, I'm asking because you said it's far too early, so. I thought there was a specific time that, you know. Balls, balls, balls. Balls, 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 balls. Books, yes. If you got 3 balls, see a doctor ASAP. If you've had the balls longer than 4 hours. 4 balls gets you on first. Night, Eddie. Say good night to your friend there.
I'm doing working on it right now.
It is. I did notice that it is a tad taller than my truck. It's got 32s on it. I did have to step up a little bit more than I do now to get in my car. Get to that Jeep. So what we're gonna do for Rob's initiation of riding in the Jeep is we're gonna tie him to the roll bar, and he can just flap around like the wacky arm flailing inflatable tube man. Let the the wind blow through his beard. Rob's like, I'll happily surf the roof. There's a couple of we were watching the video of this this one guy with these Jeep mods, and he was saying the one mod that he strongly suggests to get to make it easier for lifting the hood, they make hood supports for it. That way you don't have to worry about like flopping the hood over the windshield or anything. So that's definitely going to go on there. It's like you forget, I am not good at self-preservation. Now you like hurting yourself. I get that. The best mod is gas unless it's electric. No, Kevin was saying that they make those Wranglers. They're called 4xe. He said they suck. They hardly sell. It was like the worst idea that they came out with. It's definitely get hood supports. Yes. This weekend, smart idea, hybrid Jeep. Next week, putting your head in a blender. Yeah. Is picking yourself considered self-preservation? Pickling yourself. So, mileage rating on it, 19 and 22. Which is about the same as my truck is. Although we got 25 MPG coming home the other day, which was like, wow. Must have had a tailwind or something. At this point in life, I'm not driving an E anything, right? Especially when you're towing. E does not equal
Anything.
anything when it comes to towing.
E equals F.
E equals F. It does. F. The Queen Mother did a good job of self-tickling.
Right. God.
She did a good job of self-tickling. A Tesla lost power, caught fire, and the occupants burned. I heard that, Diane. I saw that article pop up the other day. Those things are like, yeah. They couldn't get out of the car. I think we should put the Queen Mother on a jet ski.
That would be difficult to do, being that the Queen Mother's been dead for a long time. Just can't dig somebody up or something like that, you know?
Random, like the weekend at Bernie's or something.
Kick the window out.
You would think, right?
Those windows in those things are like supposed to be
What the Teslas?
yeah, they're supposed to be like bullet resistant.
Jim gets that towing downhill with with a tailwind. Yeah. Oh, it's and I'm because my truck was rated at, I think the sticker said 17 and 22. So the Gladiator's actually getting 2 more miles per gallon in the city. Hey, Daryl.
That's because it's got that stupid start stop on it.
Yeah, they couldn't open the doors. It doesn't seem efficient. Who wants to melt in the car fire, right? The glass in a Tesla is armored glass. No kicking them out. There should be a fire extinguisher installed, yeah. Larkspur! The fire exit, yeah. But the Queen Mother.
The problem with a fire extinguisher is that nothing will put it out once the battery's.
Oh, yeah, you can't put them out with their typical.
And the only way to put it out is put a fire blanket over it.
Yeah. You can't even use chemicals on it. Makes it worse. Put the Queen Mother impersonator on a jet ski. She doesn't have too much to do these days. I think it'll be a fun truck. I'm just saying. Happy early birthday to me. That's all I'm saying. There's an emergency exit, but it's almost impossible to locate. Or is it in the trunk? Hala hopes the AC was working while it burst into flame. Otherwise, it was probably very warm in there. Hala. Bob will, of course, be taking it out for a spin. Oh, really? Really?
Only if we put the steering wheel on the other side.
Yeah, you can't drive on the left side of the road. Don't buy a Tesla, yeah. You know, I thought there were certain criteria that vehicles had to meet in order to pass the was it the IH
Well, there is, but you got to remember that
or the DOT laws.
I mean, we haven't had really a lot of electric vehicles since the early 1900s, right? There were electric vehicles back then.
Bo has sold a Bibba.
But they use regular lead acid battery. These new battery packs that they make, I mean, they just generate heat. I mean, look at the heat that your phone generates when we're doing those long live streams and all,
Yeah.
right? So they generate heat, and if it's not vented properly or whatever, or
It does. The electric car predates the
Yeah.
combustion engine. Yeah. But I was under the impression that in order for a vehicle to be DOT approved in this country, it's got to meet certain criteria.
it does, but bursting into flames because your battery's overheated probably isn't one of them.
But armored glass so that you can't get out of the vehicle?
Well,
That's not safe.
well,
There's got to be a manual way to get out of that car if that car loses power.
Supposedly there is, but somebody, and I don't remember who it was, up in the chat says that there is an emergency release exit for the door, but it's almost impossible to find.
Well, that shouldn't be. It should be readily available
Should be
with
like,
a red handle on it.
with some sort of red handle on it, so you can open the door. But the doors, I don't know if the doors are electric or not.
The whole car is electric.
No, but I mean, like when you open the door.
Sorry, Larkspur. It was a miss error. It was Jim. It's unsupervised next week, not this week.
Yeah, I screwed up. I thought this week was next week, and it's this week, and so I'm here. Sue me.
There is a release. Go find it in a panic.
Yeah, the doors are electrically locked, so if you lose battery power, the default should be to unlock the doors.
Right.
And I think that that's a retrofit that they've done. But it's a lot of car. I mean, they put all these retrofits out on the internet, right? Your car
Yeah, well-
talks, your car calls home, and ET comes and fixes the car.
ET comes and fixes the car.
ET phone home.
Oh. But yeah, in all seriousness, there should be some kind of visible manual release with a red handle so that you could get out of that vehicle in case of emergency.
Right. Something.
I mean, they have them for your typical car. If you get locked in the trunk, you pull the inside handle, and the trunk opens. You have to crawl, through the seats or whatever, but it's there.
I'm acting like Bob. I don't know.
Well, apparently they couldn't get out of this car, Jeff.
Yeah.
The releases are in the door pockets. You see how narrow those pockets are. I can't get my hands in. They should come with a pickaxe to release the windows. Something like, come on. Armor glass and a freaking, come on. It's an electric car, not a tank.
I don't know. I know that when they first came out, the fire departments were freaking out because they didn't have anything to put them out.
Yeah. And then after doing multiple tests, they find out that they can only use a fire blanket to put them out.
Right. And try to get up to something that's burning like at 2,800 degrees with a fire blanket full of them.
It is a death trap. Rob believes the recommended way to get out of in the event of a power failure is to not buy one in the first place. Yes.
But there's a ton of them around, man. I see. I don't go out ever without seeing.
I have one too, SK.
I don't know. It depends on the glass, right? Whether it would shatter it or not.
They let Tesla owners burn so they don't have to endure the shock of the traded value, which is like not even half of what they bought the thing for. They don't keep their value at all. We have extinguisher tanks full of chemicals. They get Captain Massive Balls to fetch his crane and lift them into the tank. Yeah, I'd never buy one.
I mean, they're just not overly. I mean,
they're not practical for towing.
No, they're definitely not practical for towing. They proved that with the Cyber. The only person I knew that took a long trip in one is Fatima. And she talked about it a couple of years ago and said, oh, it was great. You would go along and it was pre-programmed where you're going to charge and all that rest of it. Something they didn't have any problem.
They were also concerned about using the jaws of life and cutting into high power cables.
Yeah, I mean.
And you got to think about it, the entire undercarriage of the car is one big battery. Not just like these little, batteries that you put in your regular car, like 4 or 6 of them. No, that entire
It's like
undercarriage.
2,800.
And that's why the cars are so heavy, because of the weight of the batteries.
Yeah, you have to put special tires on them because they weigh so much.
The batteries can continue burning for over a week. They're self-feeding. Yeah. Elon wants to colonize Mars, so he'll have an infinite number of Tesla buyers. Well, good. They can all go to the. First, they can rob and send them to the moon, and then they can go to Mars from the moon. It uses pressure to blow out the window, even against the pressure of when the car is submerged in water. Well, I don't plan on doing that either.
Another example of engineers not thinking about everything.
No. I'm not having Tesla toss pots on the moon. Why not? They gotta like make a stopover first, you know? And he obviously did not think that one through before. And who the hell approved them to be on the road in the first place? Without any kind of safety features. They gotta pass crash tests. Let's put them all in California and wait for nature to take its course. It was, I saw it on the way home. He's doing a good job on Earth with 10 children from multiple women. And you thought you had it bad, SK. He's got 10 kids, not 10 wives. Although you never know. I think there were only 4.
I don't think there were wives.
No, they were just girlfriends. They
Yeah.
were booty calls or
Well, they were,
side hustles or whatever you want to call them.
sports them all.
Elon's rockets explode defective Teslas as fuel. His big thing was like launching what was it, the first Tesla went to the space or something?
Well, they needed weight for one of the first rocket launches, and he had a roadster, and he put it in there, and they put a dummy in there and dressed it up in his spacesuit.
Yeah.
They shot that. I don't know where that thing is. That's floating around somewhere.
Yeah, that lost signal like a week after it went up there.
Yeah.
The Cybertruck is banned in the UK. It meets 0 safety standards. The ones that got sent here had to be fetched home by the U.S. Army. And everybody thinks these things are like the greatest thing on earth.
I said I have a friend of mine that owns one, says it's the best car he's ever owned.
It's Chinese Lunar New Year.
Hey, there is a big moon tonight.
It is huge. It's like, oh, I got a Tesla Plaid. Okay. You have a Plaid. What's your point?
It has ludicrous mode.
Yeah, ludicrous. An electric car. Ludicrous mode. So in short, don't buy a Tesla. Never catch me driving a Tesla.
It's a harvest moon, yeah. I mean, rental companies, they rented them, they bought them to rent, and they couldn't rent them because nobody wanted to drive one.
Man. There's a Cybertruck in Jim's building garage. My insurance is paid up. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know, he's not big on, I know this sounds stupid, but he's not big on material things. He owns a jet only because he says it's the only way that he can get from place to place in a timely manner. I'm sure he owns in fact, I don't think he owns a Teslas. I think they belong to the company. He doesn't own.
A house.
He doesn't own a house. He like, I get. He's the last I heard, he's living in an apartment or something at that new where the rocket base is. But he did an interview. He said, well, what happens when you go to, you go here? He says, well, I have friends that I stay with, or I'll sleep in my office in the factory. Probably did.
He's
own
just
a
weird.
Pinto.
He's just really freaking weird.
Hmm.
And most rich people are weird. Or eccentric, or whatever you want to call it.
Giant
He owned and drove a what?
Pinto.
A Pinto. He lives in an octopod home.
Well, okay, he's very cheap. I'll get that, but most of it, yes, he owns a jet. That's the one luxury.
He's got to pay himself.
Yeah, he has to pay himself, but he pays himself in stock.
He can't spend stock. He
Because-
can't go to the store and buy a pack of cigarettes with stock.
Well, it's a complicated thing, right? So for like walking around money and whatever, he like he takes he takes he goes to the bank and he takes out
Elon.
money against. I'm sure he's got some sort of bank account. But anyway, so yes, he owns a jet, and yeah, Elon owns a jet. Well, the jets are for sale. I don't know. I just read that the other day. The family that owns the jets are putting it up for sale. They're putting them up for sale.
Child support for 10 kids. Yeah, he's got to pay that.
Yeah,
Benny in the Jets.
but I'm sure that I'm sure they all have houses and homes. And they're going to the best schools, and it's
But
Rob
the
was
only
not on the
one,
jet.
the only one that you ever see him with is X.
Yes.
You never see him with any of the other kids.
Well, you do. They have pictures together, but he had X. He was a really high profile with X because he was doing that job for Trump. He probably does. They probably bought them, and they automatically pay taxes and whatever.
He pays for 10 homes.
Yeah.
He's sending the kids to Mars as soon as he can. SK was talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah. The kid's name is X.
Yeah. Was he 4?
I think he's like 4.
He's like 4 years old.
And all of his kids have weird names too.
Yeah, they do.
So my friend from the lodge, he bought this Tesla, and he was looking to buy another one the last time I talked to him, because this one was, his daughter's going to get her driver's license. He was going to give it to her, and it's
They're kidding the thing triple.
no. All of his kids have got
Let's look it up. I want to know what Elon's kids' names are.
yeah, they're all.
I want to know what they are.
They're all. He might be with Bo. I don't know.
Oh,
They're all
what?
like one is called Eta Alpha Theta or something. They're all scientific.
All right, so here we go. How to pronounce the name of Elon Musk and, well, let's see. You have Vivian Jenna Wilson.
Okay, so she's
got a normal name. Scrabble, yeah, right?
14.
Once
I
they
thought he only
add
had
the-
10. We'll find out.
14. Nevada Alexander Musk. Saxon, Saxon. Kai. Damien. Griffin. They're only showing 7.
You probably have to open those.
Oh, 14. Here we go. They are 14. Nevada, Vivian, Griffin, Kai, Saxon, Damien, X, XAEA, the 7th? What the what is it with the A and the E are together? How do you pronounce that? They're like A and then E, or they're like together.
But it's the Greek. It's like
Yeah,
Alpha
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Epsilon.
Yeah. Exa, Strider, Azure, Techno, Arcadia, Selden, Lycurgus, and
Yeah, like
Romulus.
that.
Yeah, yeah. And Romulus.
Romulus. How would you like to go through life being named Romulus or X?
I would like to be called
Alpha.
Azure's a cool name.
Alpha Epsilon.
Arcadia is a cool name. I like Damien. Strider's not bad. Selden Lycurgus, I don't know about. But these kids will have trouble spelling their name except X. Yeah. You need to trip to the drugstore. Techno has two cousins called Jungle and House. Like music? It was always burning since the world was turning. 14 kids. You remember that show? Like, I used
Eight is
to.
enough.
No. I used to watch it all the time. It was, what was it, 13 Kids and Counting or something like that?
Yes, Xmas.
X Musk, yes. X, yes. But it's X Alpha Epsilon A dash 11. That's his full name.
Oh.
He'll get one when he rides one of his blow up rockets. Sometimes, when Rob is having a bad day, he'll remind himself, no matter how bad it gets, I haven't slept with Elon. Him and the 4 women and the 14 kids, all in one photo. Merry Xmas, yeah. But X's name is like X Epsilon A 11. And I guess the female version is EXA.
I don't know. There is certainly
His net worth, Elon's net worth is $482.3 billion.
which means he can afford to be eccentric.
And he was married to Tallulah Riley twice.
Which absolutely makes no sense.
No. But this is showing she only had 3 spouses. Tallulah Riley twice and Justine Musk. And he went to the University of Pennsylvania School of Arts and Sciences.
Elon?
And his middle name is Reeve.
Yeah, well, he is from South Africa.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. When he gets married, his wife will introduce him as, here's my ex. Sign at the X. Excellent. X marks the spot. He can afford therapy for his kids. Yeah, $482 billion.
Yeah, Ben, that explains it.
University of Pennsylvania. Yep. If you have an Elon child, you'll get a free Tesla. Wow. Hollis is AKA PU.
That would be Princeton.
I can imagine the extent of his mental abuse. So many puns. Wonder if he would float me alone from my new water heater. Ain't no kids coming out of this bod. No mo. No mo, she says. But she's highly concerned about balls.
True.
Yes. Balls and bows.
And Fling.
And Ving.
Thing.
Sometimes I worry about this. Why, Rob? We're perfectly fine. Surrogates get a Tesla charger. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this chat. And Starlink. Yeah, I can't forget the Starlink. The rest of the time, Diane, I use it for my PhD paper. I don't know. I don't get it. Starlink is a. Would that be a prenuptial or a postnuptial? Here's your prenup. It will only work during the during the course of this marriage. Once we divorce, your Starlink it will not work.
I'm sure they at least have the friends and family.
Friends and family. Quite appropriate if your PhD is an abnormal psychiatrist. Yeah. Starlink is a good thing. You should concentrate on that. Starlink is what Elon calls sexy times. Slow speeds guaranteed for a prenup. Bob says at least he's not considering marrying a pigeon. How about a flamingo? Maybe a pineapple. Or a winch. Ah! What are you doing?
Nothing really.
Yeah. Elon offers the fast spins on the planet. His ex-wife confirms it was indeed the fastest she had experienced. Oh, speeds. Speeds. Apparently, the original Tesla married a pigeon. Well, he was a weird bird, too, no pun intended.
Dun, 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 dun.
And what's going on with his rival? What is it called?
Well, you got the guy that owns
Nikola? Didn't he name the company Nikola?
No, the guy that owns Virgin Airlines. He's got a space thing called Blue something.
I thought there was another company out there called Nikola.
I don't know. There's a
Car company or something.
car companies.
The original Tesla burns me up.
Yeah, Richard Branson. But that's for the stuff in space. There's plenty of other manufacturers out there that are doing electric cars. They just don't do them in the volume that Tesla does.
Yeah, but one of them was like supposed to be like Elon's like rival, like not like Lucid or Polestar or anything like that.
I don't.
It was supposed to be like neck and neck with Elon.
Yes, Virgin Galactic. He hasn't really been too successful either with that.
Well, Volt is Chevy. That's not even its own manufacturer. Blue Origin is
Jeff Bezos' project. Right?
That's the guy from Amazon, right?
Right. And then Virgin Galactic is Branson. Bye,
And
Linda.
Rivian makes a range of
They just have the same product. Nobody wants to buy it. Well, Elon has no claims on Virgin. And bye, Sherry.
Elon has no claims on Virgin anything. Yeah, Rivians are. I don't understand. Like, with the exception of like the Ford Lightning, right? These freaking electric cars. I don't understand why they just can't make them look like a normal car. They got all these. They're just fugly, and I'm sure you all know what fugly means. Fugly. Elon X'd out his Virgin claim. Maybe someone will come up with an adult-sized pedal car capable of highway speeds. No. They need an adult version of a hot cycle. I had 3 hot cycles when I was a kid. They were great. And then we could just like spin out all over the place. Yes, you do, Jeff. You know what fugly means. Think about it. Think about it. I think I have one of my socks on inside out.
You just have a habit of doing that.
I do. Aerodynamics play a big factor in electric cars, hence the fugly. Well, the Rivian isn't very aerodynamic. Looks pretty square to me. The pickup truck, I mean. Kevin never came back. He's fired. You had one job, Kevin. Watch Jeopardy. That's all you had to do. It's only inside out if you look at it from the outside. It's the way I had them folded, remember? You fold your socks or you just throw them in the drawer. That's how you fold them. It's where they have to push the air. Those motors need cooling, so the air has to be pushed over them. Only wear your socks inside out the second half of the week. I don't know. They're kind of like doing their own thing here. Dude, I get dressed at like 5:30 in the morning and go to work. Sometimes I don't even have the light on. So I'm not surprised. Don't push the air, you have to push the car. Well, I don't have to own the car, though. I don't have to worry about the push. So there you go. I'm not going to own the car to worry about pushing. Other people can push their own car. So that's my story for the night. Hear me out. What if they strung cable above the streets and they had a hook attached to the vehicle? Maybe the car could seat 40 people.
Yeah, they were cool. Trolley cars.
Yeah, trolley cars, cable cars.
Well,
Yeah.
cable cars don't run on electricity.
No.
Cable cars run on a cable under the ground.
Get a winch. You can pull out the Teslas. That's right. Go, meet me. Mana, mana.
Deep, deep.
Deep, deep.
Bada deep, deep. Bada deep, deep. Bada beep, beep. Bada beep, beep.
And you talk about me with the weird noises. What are you doing?
Nothing really. Just sitting, reading the chat.
Oh, it's 9:11. Holy crap. All right, my peeps. Where did these 2 hours go? I have no fucking clue.
Give that man a mic and a cable.
You have the cables. The mic is in the camper. If a Tesla is on fire and you have the means to put it out, what type of sandwich are you wandering off to make? Liverwurst. Liverwurst sandwich. Grilled cheese. X. Yeah. X. Ham and Swiss on pumpernickel.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Good, 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 good.
Ham and Swiss on pumpernickel.
Barbecued ribs.
Halloween weekend number 2 activity schedule is out for the campground. It doesn't say anything about music from Virginia. 8 what time is this? 6 o'clock wagon ride on Friday night. Noontime wagon ride on Saturday. Pumpkin painting at 1:30. Costume contest, trick or treat, Halloween party, horseshoes, and a 7:30 wagon ride Saturday night. Doesn't say anything about music. There you go. Lots of wagon rides, though. Halloween music all day long, every day. If you want to screw with a Tesla, you just need 2 traffic cones. The LiDAR system sees them as children and emergency brakes. Car won't move until the child is gone. So you're saying Virginia didn't give you enough information. And you have to go film the Halloween decorations or you will be shunned. Tesla self-driving wagon rides, right? We'll end up in the woods or something. What are the comments on this? Oh, Virginia doesn't like clowns. She won't go on the wagon ride because she doesn't like wagons. So now we know one of Virginia's weaknesses are clones. The kids may ride if they sign up for that. Well, if you're Kanye West, you can name your kid North. He's known as Northwest.
After the movie, same name.
What movie is called Northwest?
North by Northwest. It's an Alfred Hitchcock film.
That's North by Northwest. This is just Northwest.
Well, maybe he's got a first name that he doesn't use, like F. Lee Bailey or
Jeff
now I
Stewart.
no longer like Virginia.
No, we no longer like Virginia. SK doesn't like clowns either. No, no.
Well,
Well, I'm gonna get off of here. Do you have anything that you'd like to say?
see you Friday.
Virginia and SK are off the good people list. Wow. Rob just booted SK right off of the good people list. Sheesh. You talk about me. Larkspur, you didn't say much today. What you got going on? Booted right onto the Elon booty call list. Maybe he has a friend named North, and when his mom calls him, he would be North by Northwest. Virginia's a sweetheart, and so am I. I don't Jim Carrey Grant movie. Jim doesn't know Babe.
He knows. He knows.
It's Bernay. And yes, you are always late. Larkspur worked today, so I don't have much to say. Okay. I'm sorry. I hope you're off on Friday night.
Oh.
Only 2 more Friday campfire chats. So we have to make them extra good and extra great. I say goodbye. You say hello, hello, hello. Where'd Eagle go? She was like here and then she wasn't. Yep, holla, only 2. Only 2 dens. Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you. Sorry. That's the Doors. All right. We will see you all on Friday. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. And if you do, blame it on SK. Eagles lurking. Oh, wait, we have to ask, how is the Chuck?
And the goats. How are the goats?
And the goats. And the kitties. How is the Chuck? And then we can go. Has anyone mooed today? Go outside and do a moo. Do a moo. That's right. Not a good night. We are sad. Let's not talk about it. Okay. Sorry to hear whatever's making you upset. We will see you all again Friday. Blaming it on SK. Night, people.